What's going on, guys? It's Greg here from Kinobody.com, and I was at the gym today. I was working out hard, making gains, and one of my brother's friends came up to me and he's asked me, he's talking to me, he's like, "Yo, Greg, what do you think about juice fasts? My friend was telling me about this 3-day juice fast. He said it was the best thing ever. He loves it. I'm thinking about doing it." And I said, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, I want to like detox my body. It seems like I could lose some pounds and I don't know, it seems really cool." I'm like, and so I kind of told him, like, if you're gonna do a 3-day juice cleanse to detox your body, let's first start with the frame of mind that it actually works and the whole concept behind detoxification via juice fasts is accurate. Well, let's assume that for a second. Well, doing a 3-day juice fast and then going back to your normal eating habits for the next several months, several years, you're gonna be back at square one in a week or two. That's the bottom line. That's what you have to understand. So people are drawn towards doing extreme things they can't maintain. And that's the problem with the diet and health industry, is they want to do like they want rapid results now, and then they want to go back to what they're doing before. This is the fundamental problem that you have to realize and you have to understand. So I told him, his name's Sam, I said, "Sam, look," I actually told him just what I said. I said, "Look, this is not gonna work. Sure, you might after 3 days you might feel horrible, because some people go through this process in which they're detoxing nutrients, and so they temporarily feel like shit. Or you might just after it feel rejuvenated, feel really good, but then boom, you're back to square one, and it's like $150 for like this 3-day juice fast. It's crazy." So I said, you need to find ways to optimize your health, your energy levels, and your body fat composition and your cognitive thinking long term, where you can maintain it. And so I said, look, this is what you should be doing. Okay. I said, forget about this juice fast, forget about this 3-day thing. What can we do for you to feel better, look better, continuously, not just temporarily? Because if this guy's goal was to lose weight on the juice fast, maybe he'll drop a couple pounds of fat and like 8 pounds of water weight in 3 days, but that weight's gonna come back on in a week, no question about it. And so what I told him is like, look, we need to find something that you can actually enjoy. And so for me, and what I teach, what I talk about like crazy, is intermittent fasting. Stop eating breakfast, stick to coffee. Black coffee indisputably is a health food product. It will boost your health. All the research on coffee shows that people that drink coffee, bar none, are healthier. They suffer less cases of numerous diseases, from diabetes to breast cancer to Parkinson's to Alzheimer's. It goes on and on. And coffee also boosts energy, focus, elevates your metabolism. So I think the best detox every day would be to forget about breakfast, push breakfast ahead of time, drink just black coffee, and then have your first meal at lunch. Hell, I've been doing this for a few years now, but I've been eating ice cream every day and I haven't gained, like, I've stayed lean and put on muscle nicely. And so his reaction was like, but everyone tells you have to eat breakfast. If that's the case, then why does everyone tell me you have to eat breakfast? And I work, I have to like focus at work, I need energy. I can't risk not having energy. And so first of all, I said, look, if fasting or not eating first thing in the morning was gonna kill your energy levels, you wouldn't be here today. Because fact of the matter, our ancestors' survival depended on the ability to think and perform best in a state when food levels were low. And so, biologically what happens is your body starts to accelerate fat burning to give you energy. So instead of burning the food that's in your stomach for energy, you have to tap into your fat stores. And once you go through that process, you actually get very good, stable, clear energy levels, very low hunger, like no cravings. Moreover, you get a boost in adrenaline, which gives you that energy kick, and you're working on your sympathetic nervous system, which keeps you alert and focused and energetic. Whereas when you're in that fed state, when you're eating, when you put food in your body in the morning, you actually trigger the parasympathetic nervous system, which makes you relaxed and kind of meld out. So in essence, what I was saying is, this energy is not an issue. You have to forget about that. You're gonna get more energy with just black coffee and fasting in the morning, and you're gonna feel way better than ever. And so I stressed that to him, and it was starting to click. But I mean, there's still so much skepticism, because why aren't more people doing that? Well, the fact of the matter is, you can't look at what the masses are doing to determine the best approach. If you want to be average, look at what everyone else is doing. If you want to get great results, well, you have to see what works for yourself. You have to dig into the research. And fact of the matter, research shows that when you eat more, when you have the same calorie macro intake, and you eat more food later at night, you eat more carbs later at night, you eat less during the day, you actually lose more fat, retain more muscle mass on a diet. You have improved health markers, you have a smaller drop-off of leptin, so meaning your metabolism is functioning better. And so biologically, we have every reason to eat more food later in the day and eat less in the morning. You are more energized and focused when you're not digesting lots of food, and you don't. And then when at night you eat and you relax and you feel chilled out, the serotonin kicks up, so you can just, hang out with your friends, your family, go out, and you just feel like really happy, carefree. But during the day, you're more focused, get shit done. She's like, so Greg, you've been doing this? I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this for 4 years. I've got thousands and thousands of people to start doing this fasting thing. I don't complicate it. There's no window, feast, that kind of thing. It's like, yo, stop eating first thing in the morning. Have a couple cups of black coffee. Black coffee is good for you, very fucking good for you. And if you don't like black coffee, try green tea or take caffeine pills. Not a lot. You don't need to overdo it. Then, as your appetite starts, as you go through the day, eventually your appetite will kick in and you'll want to eat. And for most people, that's going to be 4 to 6 hours after they get up. So if you wake up at 7 in the morning, I would kind of push that meal till 1 if you can. And if you have to build up to it slowly, that's fine. The idea is the best detox you can give yourself is to take that break from food on a daily basis. Instead of eating first thing in the morning and being in a fed state nearly all day, you push that first meal later, and your body goes through a process in which it, rejuvenates itself. I have to touch back on the literature around this, but essentially there's a process in which you almost like recycle. It's anti-aging in essence. And all the research on fasting shows that it has the ability to boost longevity. It protects yourself against numerous, diseases. And similar to coffee, it has all these crazy benefits, which is just amazing. So, and moreover, I've had a lot of people email me saying, since starting your Warrior Shredding program, if you guys want to check out my Warrior Shredding program, it's fucking amazing. It's in the link below. Since starting your Warrior Shredding program, I've lost a ton of weight, and my health markers have improved bar none. I've had several people tell me about how they went to the doctors, and their blood pressure was so much lower, the risk of diabetes went down incredibly, and they feel way better, and their sex is a lot better. Anyways, that is, I guess, what I wanted to say. Don't do a 3-day detox. The only reason I'd say do it is if you want to challenge. If you want to mentally challenge yourself and you don't think you do it, so you want to do it to prove yourself that you're more capable of things, then go do it. But really start making changes that you can maintain. And the best thing you do for your health and for your body composition, which is a simple trick, is to not eat first thing in the morning and drink some black coffee. And black coffee is good for you when you're fasted. But when you're drinking coffee with the meal or after meal or when you're fed, I feel, I don't have literature or research to back this up, so you're going off of my anecdotal evidence. I feel like coffee works much better when you're fasted because the two are contradictory. Eating and coffee contradict each other because eating kind of triggers that parasympathetic response where you just kind of are digesting, you're relaxing, you're recuperating, and coffee speeds you up. And so when you do the two together, I find that's when coffee and caffeine has more of the negative effects. But when you keep the coffee in the morning, and then when you go into eating mode, you cut out all caffeine, you get this break from caffeine, and the coffee just works so much better. I'm not even kidding. If someone offered me $10 million a year, but I couldn't drink coffee at all, I would not take it, man. It's incredible how amazing coffee can make you feel if you do it properly, if you're fasting, eating properly, and such. I do my best work when I'm fasted with some coffee. And people might be like, oh, you're becoming reliant on coffee. Look, here's the deal with anything. If you use it properly, it can give you more benefits than it can take from you. If you don't use it properly, it will take more from you than it can give you. So me, I like to go and socialize, and sure, I'll have a couple drinks. Well, actually, the research on moderate alcohol consumption shows that people that drink alcohol moderately are healthier. But obviously, people don't know that because most people look at the examples of people over-abusing. Everyone looks at the over-abuse of different stuff, when in fact they ignore the middle ground, which is almost a scarecrow argument. It's a kind of talking to Lyle McDonald about this, where they'll kind of only look at the extreme, but they ignore the middle ground, and it's completely unethical. So yeah, coffee has never taken anything from me. It's given me tons of benefits, and I feel great doing it. And I'd be sad if someone said I can't drink coffee anymore, but guess what? That's not going to happen. I've never really seen any support groups for Coffee Anonymous, but maybe that will come up. But the fact of the matter is, I have self-control with anything I take. So this has gone a long, but to summarize, now this fasting coffee thing isn't going to make you ripped if you eat like shit. So you have to understand, if you want to get lean, you have to, set your calories properly, get a good ratio of macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbs, focus on good solid nutrition, and you can have like flexible dieting where you eat different foods and stuff that's not quote unquote clean, but you enjoy. Like for me, it's frozen yogurt ice cream. Hell yeah. You can do that, but it's got to be within the context of overall solid nutrition. So if you guys want to get my course, Warrior Shredding Program, which outlines this eating strategy and the training to get that lean, hard, dense look, it's in the link description. I might even put it right here. Yeah. But save the money on the juice. Save the money and the pain, the anguish on the juice cleanse crap. And if you want to go check out my Warrior Shredding Program, there's testimonials through the roof. More and more come in every single week that I haven't added to the sales page because it takes time. But yeah. And I just did a podcast that I'm publishing soon with one of the guys that followed it. Great guy. He's in California, successful business owner, and he's like my number, like we did a podcast talking about his experience with it, why it works so well, and he's actually got his whole office to do the Warrior Shredding Program, and they're all like getting shit done, getting lean as hell, looking great, and enjoying the process. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching it, and obviously you do not have to buy my course. I have plenty of free tips on my blog, on my YouTube channel, but for people that are really dedicated to getting great results, it makes a hell of a lot more sense to get a roadmap to your goal, so you don't have to learn everything that I had to learn throughout the process. You can just be like, okay, you can read it, absorb everything you need, and put it into place. But if you want to spend countless hours trying to figure it out on your own, you probably could figure it out on your own. It might take a couple years, like it did for me. Adios.